Viching Bharat. Understand that this is being repeated till today. We don't realize that our culture, when it goes into the hands of those with these vested interests, is only deteriorating more day by day. That is why we urge, that is why we say that all temples should be run by those who are faithfully and devoted to the Hindu culture. Only by those who truly understand the significance of temples, of why we should not let the temple system be destroyed.
Temple knowledge cannot be learned overnight. Temple knowledge is passed generations after generations and it's carried out by different families and they have a particular role to play in the temple. And government is nobody to come and appoint whoever they want because of their vested interest to run a temple.
Here you can see that a beautiful Shiva temple is being destroyed because the land can be used for a different purpose. The government does not understand the need for temples in today's world and
You-
how that is our solution for everything that has come and is yet to come.
You will be able to see constant and often reports on how different Hindu temples are getting destroyed in different parts of the world, while mosques and churches stay intact. I would like each and everybody to look in and internalize why is this happening solely to Hindus, not just now, but the time the Britishers invaded, from the time the Mughals had invaded India. Why is it that Hindu shrines or temples are the main target till today? I would like each and everybody to go and research about this and educate yourself further. Because understand, this is a complete injustice which has been happening to the Hindu temples from past 7 decades. A people's movement is slowly reclaiming heritage and transforming ancient dilapidated temples to their former glory and grandeur.
Just one tweet at a time, by one post at a time, the silent revolution is rejuvenating the relics and how.
Temples should be run by secular Hindus.
Just one tweet of yours is all that is required for somebody to be awakened to this truth. Your vote can change this. Your vote can give Hindus a voice of their own. Your vote can give these temples a ground to stand on. The pillars that is upholding humanity right now is it's being slowly cut off one by one.
Your vote can demolish all the illegal activities done by the government. Your opinion, your voice will burn all the injustice and biased actions taken towards the Hindu temples and the priests. Understand, just your single vote is more than enough to actually support Hinduism and show people that we have the backs of Hindu temples and the priests. We will show them justice now. Now, we will be playing a video of a priest talking about the biased actions taken towards the temple and other priests like himself.
We have no problem as such when the government of Andhra Pradesh has enhanced the subsidy for Hajj pilgrimage or Jerusalem pilgrimage. No problems. But we have a lot of questions to be asked to the government of AP, government of Telangana, and all other secular governments when they collect contributions worth 23.5% of the annual income of the temple. 15% is collected as endowment administration fund, 2% audit fees, 2% common good fund, and Archaka welfare fund. All put together it is coming to 23.5%. That is 1/4 of the income of the temple is taken away by the government of that particular state. When the church does not pay even 1 rupee to the exchequer, the masjid does not pay even 1 rupee to the consolidated fund, why is a temple belonging to the majority community taxed? to the tune of 23.5%. Is there no constitutional guarantee for running an administration of their own by the temples? Actually, every temple is a institution belonging to that particular community. So it cannot be taxed. Article 27 gives the clear disparity that a religious institution cannot be taxed. Why it is being done? This is a simple question I would like to ask. Otherwise, no other problem.
Are you sure?
Was very highlighted that those who are devoting their entire life in the service of God are suffering from this whole governments imposing their taxes, their rules on these temples. The devotion of the people is being contained by various methods that we are not aware of. And that is why today we urge all of you Hindus, pick up your phones, go on to the link below. It is up to you to change it. It is up to you to give temples a voice of their own. It is up to you to save these beautiful enlightenment ecosystems.
That is exactly why the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is presenting us with a golden opportunity on a silver platter for touching upon these issues which have been swept under the carpet. He is getting these issues up in the light. So we are all understanding and we all are educated on what is really and truly happening. Yes, some of us would have heard, yes, few temples got destroyed and Hindus are controlled by government, but we just put that in the past and we keep moving on with life. But really, there is more happening to it.
Together, we were able to make a change in the world by choosing vegetarianism. Let us together make a change in the world by giving temples a voice of their own. Let us come together and save Bharat and restore it back to its original glory. We urge you all to pick up your phones, go on to the link below and vote because your vote matters. Every one of your votes, every single vote. Reach out to your family, your friends, anybody, and let them know the situation of what is happening to temples worldwide. How they are being destroyed brutally. They're being demolished just so other institutions can come in its place. We urge all of you to please pick up your phones now. We have presented you with a lot of facts today. Take a few minutes, digest them, and make your right choice because at the end of the day, it is only up to you to make that decision.
Let us stop this blatant biased actions and injustice thrown and aimed at Hindu shrines once and for all and understand your vote matters.
Please pick up your phones, go on to the link down below, and cast your vote. Spread this message to as many people as possible. Let them know what is really happening to these Hindu temples, who is really running them, and what happens behind those closed doors. We thank all of you for joining us in today's session. We would again urge you all to go on to the link down below and cast your vote because your vote matters. You can truly bring a change to this world. We thank you all. Nithyanandam.
Nithyanandam.
What I mean by the word e-Kailasa. Listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is E-Kailasa. I welcome all of you, the whole world, to come and celebrate, enjoy not only the enlightenment ecosystem, the beauty of how it is getting revived. Be an insider for this great revival process. If you are an insider even for a startup company, you will understand not only the result of the company, even that being an insider is such a joy. Being an insider when it was happening is something extraordinary. So, I welcome all of you to come and be part of an insider of this revival of Kailasa, the enlightenment ecosystem, sovereign order of Kailasa, Kailasa nation itself. I request and welcome, invite all of you to become E-Kailasian, get your free e-passport and make billions receive this free e-passport.
all 20.
Nithyanandam, to all of the viewers, welcoming you and inviting each and every one of the viewers to share this Satsang link on all of the social media platforms as we are casting our vote and participating in the Hindu Parliament, the largest democracy in the world, and the ongoing revival of the Hindu Parliament. Let us also take the opportunity to share on all the social media platforms, on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, with all your relatives and friends, this Satsang link as we get prepared for Satsang. And let us share the hashtag Hindu votes are sacred and share our opinion on the issues and the matters at hand that we are discussing as part of the Hindu Parliament today. Now, as an introduction to the Hindu Parliament, first of all, let us understand democracy. Popular rhetoric claims that the first democracy was ancient Roman or Greek civilization. But we know now, with the references and evidences from our Vedas and Agamas, that the Hindu civilization was the first democracy.
The Sabha and Samiti are mentioned in both Rigveda and Atharvana Veda. The earliest manuscripts available for Rigveda date back to 1500 BCE, and this is the scriptures which we have with us, not continuing what has been destroyed during the invasion. In these meetings, a decision was made after the discussion with the king, ministers, and scholars at that time. This shows how politics was at that time, because people together used to settle the decision of the Sabha and Samiti with good vision.
Now, His Divine Holiness and Kailasa is hosting the Hindu Parliament again, and you have the opportunity to cast your vote on extremely important issues at tinyurl.com/Hindu votes. You can go now and cast your vote. Even during the time of the selection of Indra, who was known as the King of Kings, even that was selected in a democratic process. And also, the word republic has been used 40 times in the Rig Veda and 9 times in the Atharva Veda. This is evidence that the Hindu parliament is the oldest democracy that is known to mankind. And you can now participate in that ancient and relevant, extremely crucial vote going on right now for Hindus by going to the URL provided. The term Sabha, gathering, and Samiti, or committee, Rajan or Raja, the householder or leader, exists and are found in the Vedic literature. The Rigveda also says that the position of the king was not absolute and he could be removed by the Sabha or the assembly. And as His Divine Holiness has been reviving the exact Hindu parliament in order to govern Kailasa, the ancient enlightened civilization revived once again.
After the Vedic period, the description of small republics is found in which people participate together in the decision-making process related to the administration. The republic was defined as a democratic system in ancient India in the Atriya Brahmins Astadhyayi of Panini, inscriptions of Mahabharata, Ashoka pillars, the historical writings of contemporary historians, Buddhist and Jain scholars in the Manusmriti, various historical evidences are found. And your vote can change the world.
In the post-classical period, meaning from 500 AD to around 1500 AD, one of the earliest parliaments recorded in Hindu history is the Anubhava Mantapa, which was happening in the 12th century and established by Basavanna. This earliest parliament propagated an equal right to vote, gender equality, and the right to learn and practice spirituality for all. It was established by Basavanna, the 12th century powerful enlightened being from the Lingayat and Veerashaivite tradition, who was exceptionally prominent in his field and shaped the history for practicing Hindus into the modern era. Now, just in that model, His Divine Holiness is reviving the vote for Kailasa on 6 major issues on Hinduism. So go to the link provided to vote now.
In the contemporaries of Basavanna included Akka Mahadevi, Alamu Prabhu, Siddhartha Rameshwar, Chenna Basavanna, Palkriki, Somanatha, and Sarvagnan. The problems tackled were of a various nature, covering social, religious, spiritual, yogic, psychological, economic, and literary spheres. Members of the Mandapa and followers of the religion were given full freedom of thought, speech, and action. They were allowed to put any questions or doubts to get them cleared in front of the congregation, and a systematic program was launched to record and to perceive the dialogues that were going on in the house.
Now you have the opportunity to join the Hindu votes which are going on. As a Hindu, whether you're practicing, you're born Hindu, or whatever it is, you can cast your vote now at tinyurl.com/Hindu votes. We're inviting all of the viewers to join the Hindu vote at tinyurl.com/Hindu votes. For the last 26 years, His Divine Holiness has been continuously reviving this Hindu parliament with headquarters in Adi Kailash for more than 20 years, where His Divine Holiness had hosted votes during many parliaments for many issues, including non-vegetarianism and vegetarianism, including the right to practice puja, the right to have spiritual awakening in your life, and the right to be initiated, the right also for women to be pujacharyas and to be able to practice the rituals. All of these are different issues that His Divine Holiness has hosted the vote on. Now you can join the vote as it is gone digital, and at tinyurl.com/Hindu votes you can vote for the 6 major issues which are going on right now.
Continuously, we will do Vakyartha Sadas, Jivartha Sadas, and ask the Hindus to vote for various Hindu matters and offer the Vidhi and Nisheda, the Smriti for this Yuga. The Smriti for this Yuga will be revealed through Vakyartha Sadas, Jivartha Sadas, and voting. Finally, approved by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, we will be bringing new Smriti to life for this modern day. So next voting topic for Vakyartha Sadas, Jivartha Sadas, and voting, we are releasing the next topics. The first topic, temple protection. Should the temples all over the world, I wanted everyone to know, we discuss the global Hindu issues, not limited to any one country. We discuss global Hindu issues, not limited to any one country. We do not interfere in any one country's internal matters. We discuss issues for the global Hindus. So, the temple protection is the next issue all over the world. Should the temples to be given to the governments of those countries or not? Point 1. Point 2. Should Hindu temples reclaim their properties or not? Point 3. Should Hindu temples authority to run be given back to the original temple priests? Please understand, in many places, the founders and their family, the Karuvali Parampara and Guruvali Parampara, in some, the family and their sons, the descendants manage. In some, the Guru and disciple Parampara used to manage. So, the original owners, the Sampradaya Kartas, should Hindu temples authority be given back to the original Sampradaya Kartas who used to be running it or not? This is the third issue. Next, on caste system. Should the caste system based on jati and varna be brought back or not? Next, Hinduism and secularism. Point 1. Should all the Hindus stop religious conversion or not? Point 2. Should Hindus stop calling themselves as seculars or not? So these are the next voting topic. Now the Vakyartha Sadas, Jivartha Sadas, voting. All the three will start. Please understand. Here I wanted to make an important point. In Hinduism, active participation is expected. See, you may vote just by saying yes or no, but that will be considered only as a participation, not active participation. If you give an explanation, your viewpoint, why you are voting for what you are voting, why you are doing what you are doing. If you present your powerful cognitions too, it will help the next generation Hindus. See, when you have a reason to vote for vegetarian food, and if you explain the reason also, after 100 years, if that reason has changed or that reason has become irrelevant, people can change the decision. So it will help for the generations to enjoy your expertise and your intelligence. That is the reason we request you to put your powerful cognitions, your thought currents also on record in the form of Vakyartha Sadas and Jivartha Sadas. So now I am projecting the link Hindu votes to vote and to share your opinion, valuable input. Please visit https tinyurl.com/Hindu votes. Hindu votes are sacred. Hindu votes matter. Hindu votes for Hinduism. To analyze, understand more and more about Hinduism, about the Dharma Shastras, spiritual principles, please get involved more and more in these principles of Hindu votes. So I am so happy to reveal the results of the earlier voting happened, and now the next further subject we have presented now almost 6 points for all of you to have Vakyartha Sadas, Jivartha Sadas and voting. Please get involved. I invite all of you to get involved and enjoy Hinduism by the principle of Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. When you protect Dharma, Dharma protects you.
So you can follow tinyurl.com/Hindu votes to cast your vote now. And once you follow that link, you'll be directed to this form, which you can fill in your basic information and then cast your vote for 6 extremely important issues. The first of which being, do you want Hindu temples to be run by government? And you can choose yes completely, yes partially, or no, it should be with Hindus only. So then the next issue is, should Hindu temple authorities be given back to priests? And that is, the answers you can choose from are yes completely, yes partially, or no, it should be with the government. You can also cast your vote on the issue for, should Hindu temples reclaim their properties? Here we have a short gist from the Satsang of His Divine Holiness, where he says, if we are still having the pride of being the oldest living civilization, it is because of the Varna Shrama Dharma. This beautiful structure was destroyed by Mughals during the Mughal invasion and twisted and distorted by the British, saying that only by birth Varna exists and Jati and Varna are the same. It is the worst crime done by Britishers. Varnas are 4 in number. Jati is 30,000 in number. That itself should make you understand Varna is different and Jati is different. And the beauty is that if you do not fit into any of these Varnas or Jatis, you are free to declare yourself as Paramahamsa. And you can be out of the great lifestyle, and you are respected by people who support, feed, and worship you. You do not need to become a thief. That is the beauty of Hindu society. And for more information, when His Divine Holiness had said this, revealed these truths, you can go to the link provided. As you can cast your vote for, should the caste system based on Jati Varna be brought back? And the options here are yes, completely revived, yes, only for religious purposes, or no. The last issue that we have is, should Hindus stop calling themselves as secular? And in this link provided, we have information as well as truths which can guide the conscious decision that you are making as you are casting your vote in the link provided here. And it'll guide your decision on, should Hindus stop calling themselves as seculars? We have then, should Hindus stop religious conversion? Finally, we are deciding, is puja necessary if you are Hindu? So you can cast your vote now by going to tinyurl.com/Hindu votes. Please share your opinions on Twitter with the hashtag Hindu votes are sacred and tag @Sri Nithyananda on Twitter. You can share your opinions which you made on this and join us for the conversation in the Hindu Parliament on hashtag Hindu votes are sacred and hashtag Kailasa Parliament. So once again, reminding all of the viewers, you can now join the Hindu vote going on, Hindus deciding for Hinduism. With this, we have a next presentation on informing each and every one of you on one of the main issues that we are discussing at this time. We'll now proceed to that.
Yes. So we'll begin the next starting with the Sadguru Vandanam. So today, along with me, will be joining Ma Pragyananda. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Shadrusham Tattvamasyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Yes. So, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. As we all know, he is the reviver of Kailasa, the ancient enlightened civilization, the great cosmic borderless Hindu nation. He is an avatar from and as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, has made the science of power manifestation, the yoga and temple-based universities for humanity, the sovereign order of Kailasa, led by His Divine Holiness, and the Nithyananda order of monks, nuns, and the Hindu diaspora are working for global peace and to give the superconscious breakthrough to humanity. So you can follow us in the Facebook channel, facebook.com/Paramahamsa Nithyananda, the youtube.com/Life Bliss Foundation, in the Twitter account at Sri Nithyananda, and in the Instagram at Sri Nithyananda.
So, in this session, we are going to be seeing if churches and mosques are not under government control, why only temples should be under government control. So, join the Hindu vote going on now.
Yes.
Search http://tinyurl.com/Hindu votes and vote now.
Yes. So why should the Hindus take care of Hindu temples? As we all know, 45%, while the state governments control over 4 lakh out of an estimated 9 lakh temples across the country, and there is no such control over any Muslim mosques or any Christian church religious bodies. Think about it and let's vote now to just sign up on the Hindu votes.
So the sources said there are over 15 state governments which control only Hindu religious institutions, specifically temples. So right from the appointment of administrators to mandatory collection of 13 to 18% service charge, this takes away the community's right and resource to protect the interests. This according to them is discriminatory as only Hindu community suffers this kind of treatment. It violates the concept of secularism. Also, the Indian constitution does not permit the state to run religious institutions, which is very sad. With seeing how the Hindus are being treated and how the Muslims or the mosques are being treated, with seeing the differences, go now and vote, join the Hindu voting which is going on with searching using this link that is being projected.
Yes. So your vote can literally change the whole world. So just vote here by signing up in the link tinyurl.com/Hindu votes and cast your votes. Yes. So interestingly, the Supreme Court, in at least 3 landmark judgments, it has asked the state governments to hand over the religious institutions to the community. However, this has not happened till now. At present, there are two petitions which are pending before the Supreme Court in this regard of 12th century. So let us all think about it. Why should temples alone be under the government body, whether no mosques or the churches? So you can cast your votes in the tinyurl.com/Hindu votes right now. So your vote can literally change the whole world.
So the next point is the Indian Constitution mandates that no discrimination would be done on the ground of religion. But there is discrimination when it comes to controlling the religious trusts alone. I think the historical mistake done by the British and subsequently by Nehru government needs to be corrected now. So cognize this and go and vote now in tinyurl.com/Hindu votes. Go and vote now because each of our votes are very important.
Yes, your vote can literally change the world. As we are all thinking about this topic, why should temples alone be under the governing bodies and not the mosques or the churches? Is it really necessary? So, according to the sources, most of the temples in South India are directly under the control of the state governments. Whereas in Andhra Pradesh, the state government has taken control of about 34,000 temples. So, is this really necessary? So, the whole local communities who can govern these temples, aren't they not eligible enough to look after these temples? Let us think and vote.
Because your vote can change the world. So now open the link tinyurl.com/Hindu votes and place your votes because each of our votes are very important. The famous Tirupati Balaji temple got rupees 3,500 crore as donation, but only 7% is spent on its management. Many the artifacts were found being sold in the UK markets. So our money was being used in the UK markets. Whatever crores of money we have got for the temple, only 7% of those crores were used into the temple, whereas rest of it was used in the UK market. Thinking about this, go and vote now. What you would like to vote?
Yes, your vote can literally change the world. As we all are reiterating this point, temples are coerced by the state governments to monetize their gold against their will. So, the root cause of this issue is state control of temples, which is unconstitutional and discriminatory. Any scheme which does not translate to the principle being returned in gold is literally a loss to the community. So, it's a very valid point to be thought through, and let us all think about it and vote and cast our votes. Our Hindu temples really need to be under the governing bodies. So your vote can change the world.
Each of our votes really matter. Each of our votes can change the world. Each of our votes can change the world. So now join Kailasa for the vote system now and vote now because each of our votes are very important. You might think I have some other understandings. If I go and vote, then how is that going to help? But understand, each one of our cognitions, what we support, when we put it in front, the understanding that you have will be put front and your choices does matter. So go now and vote in tinyurl.com/Hindu votes and present what you want to present about this.
Yes. So take a few moments. So join Kailasa for the Hindu votes. So as We are reiterating on this point. A lot of things around this are revolving around that Hindu temples being taken over by the government bodies, and all the rituals and all the rites which are not being performed according to their Vedic tradition. So let us think about it. So why should Hindus suffer this? Is it really needed at this moment of time? Let us think about it and cast your votes. You can also tweet your tweets and your responses in the Twitter, in the social media, and you can cast your votes now. We're giving you a few moments. So with that, thank you everyone for your listening. So we'll be closing and continue to cast your votes. And before we get ready for the live darshan and satsang with His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Thank you everyone. Nithyanandam.
Thank you, Nityananda.
Continuously, we will do Vakyartha Sadas, Jivartha Sadas, and ask the Hindus to vote for various Hindu matters and offer the Vidhi and Nisheda, the Smriti for this Yuga. The Smriti for this Yuga will be revealed through Vakyartha Sadas, Jivartha Sadas, and voting. Finally, approved by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, we will be bringing new Smriti to life for this modern day. So next voting topic for Vakyartha Sadas, Jivartha Sadas, and voting, we are releasing the next topics. The first topic, temple protection. Should the temples all over the world, I wanted everyone to know, we discuss the global Hindu issues, not limited to any one country. We discuss global Hindu issues, not limited to any one country. We do not interfere in any one country's internal matters. We discuss issues for the global Hindus. So, the temple protection is the next issue all over the world. Should the temples to be given to the governments of those countries or not? Point 1. Point 2. Should Hindu temples reclaim their properties or not? Point 3. Should Hindu temples authority to run be given back to the original temple priests? Please understand, in many places, the founders and their family, the Karuvali Parampara and Guruvali Parampara, in some, the family and their sons, the descendants manage. In some, the Guru and disciple Parampara used to manage. So, the original owners, the Sampradaya Kartas, should Hindu temples authority be given back to the original Sampradaya Kartas who used to be running it or not? That's the third issue. Next, on caste system. Should the caste system based on Jati and Varna be brought back or not? Next, Hinduism and secularism. Point 1. Should all the Hindus stop religious conversion or not? Point 2. Should Hindus stop calling themselves as seculars or not? So these are the next voting topic. Now the Vakyartha Sadas, Jivartha Sadas, voting. All the three will start. Please understand. Here I wanted to make an important point. In Hinduism, active participation is expected. See, you may vote just by saying yes or no, but that will be considered only as a participation, not active participation. If you give an explanation, your viewpoint, why you are voting for what you are voting, why you are doing what you are doing. If you present your powerful cognitions too, it will help the next generation Hindus. See, when you have a reason to vote for vegetarian food, and if you explain the reason also, after 100 years, if that reason has changed or that reason has become irrelevant, people can change the decision. So it will help for the generations to enjoy your expertise and your intelligence. That is the reason we request you to put your powerful cognitions, your thought currents also on record in the form of Vakyartha Sadas and Jivartha Sadas. So now I am projecting the link Hindu votes to vote and to share your opinion, valuable input. Please visit https://tinyurl.com/Hindu votes. Hindu votes are sacred. Hindu votes matter. Hindu votes for Hinduism. To analyze, understand more and more about Hinduism, about the Dharma Shastras, spiritual principles, please get involved more and more in these principles of Hindu votes. So I am so happy to reveal the results of the earlier voting happened, and now the next further subject we have presented now almost 6 points for all of you to have Vakyartha Sadas, Jivartha Sadas and voting. Please get involved. I invite all of you to get involved and enjoy Hinduism by the principle of Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. When you protect Dharma, Dharma protects you. I welcome all of you, the whole world, to come and celebrate, enjoy not only the enlightenment ecosystem, the beauty of how it is getting revived. Be an insider for this great revival process. If you are an insider even for a startup company, you will understand not only the result of the company, even that being an insider is such a joy. Being an insider when it was happening is something extraordinary. So, I welcome all of you to come and be part of an insider of this revival of Kailasa, the enlightenment ecosystem, sovereign order of Kailasa, Kailasa nation itself. I request and welcome, invite all of you to become e-Kailasian, get your free e-passport and make billions receive this free process. What I mean by the word e-Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is e-Kailasa. What I mean by the word e-Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is e-Kailasa. What I mean by the word e-Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is e-Kailasa. What I mean by the word e-Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is e-Kailasa. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
for scriptures. Kailasa's Nithyananda Hindu University houses the world's largest collection of Hindu scriptures, and these scriptures are the blueprint to revive the 10,000 enlightened civilizations.
What I mean by the word e-Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is e-Kailasa. What I mean by the word e-Kailasa, listen.
Connecting with Guru brings us all the blessings in our lives and makes us transcend the cycle of birth and death. Devaguru Brihaspati is ruled by Adi Guru Dakshinamurti Paramashiva himself. Paramashiva sits under the sacred banyan tree facing towards the south and transmits the signs of enlightenment and the experience of Paramashivatva to all the Munis and Rishis and Ganas and Nandi Deva in Kailasa through vibrant silence called Upanishad. Adi Guru Dakshinamurti is gracing under the sacred Kalpavriksha banyan tree in Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Paramashivam. Today at 9:48 p.m. Today at 9:48 p.m. Indian Standard Time, we will be offering our worship at the feet of Adi Guru Dakshinamurti, who is the Adhidevata, the ruling deity of the Guru Graha, Brihaspati Graha, who is the presiding deity of the planet Jupiter. When we connect ourselves with Adi Guru Dakshinamurti, the Guru Shakti, both in the form of his Achalamurti and in the form of his Nijavatara Sachalamurti, we not only get rid of all the Navagraha doshas, but also transcend the cycle of birth and death itself, the Janana Marana Chakra. The deity of Adi Guru Dakshinamurti under the sacred Kalpavriksha banyan tree in Adi Kailas and Nithyananda Paramashivam is extremely unique and sacred, for it is directly carved by Paramashiva himself, His Divine Holiness Swamiji. Today, on this Guru Pairchi Day, we have offered the Dakshinamurti Homa to Adi Guru Dakshinamurti, and the sacred kalashas were offered as Abhishekam along with the Shodasha Dravya Abhishekam as per the Vedagamic injunctions laid down by Paramashiva himself to Adi Guru Dakshinamurti under the sacred banyan tree in Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Brahmanya Swami is gracing in Sarva Alankara, seated upon the Swarna Mayura Vahanam, the golden peacock vehicle, in Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Peetham, Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devasthanam. On this auspicious day, we offer our worship now at the sacred divine feet of Lord Subramanya Swami and Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness Swamiji. ध्यायेत् षण्मुखमिन्दुकोटिसदृशम् रत्नप्रभाशोभितम् बालार्कद्युतिषट्किरीटविलसत्केयूरहारान्वितम् कर्णालम्बितकुण्डलप्रविलसत्कण्ठस्थलाशोभितम् काञ्ची कङ्कणकिङ्किणीरवयुतं शृङ्गारसारोदयम् ॐ धूरसि धूर्वधूर्वन्तं धूर्वतयोऽस्मान् धूर्वति तं धूर्वयं वयं धूर्वामः। ओं श्री वल्ली देवसेना समेत श्री आनंद सुब्रह्मण्य स्वामिने नमः। धूपमाघ्रापयामि। ओं उद्दीप्य स्वजात वेदोपघ्न निरृतिं मम पशुगिश्च मह्यमावह जीवनं च दिशो दिशा मानो हि गुंसी जातवेदो गामश्वं पुरुषं जगत् अबिभ्रदग्न आगहि श्रिया मा परिपातय। ओं श्री वल्ली देवसेना समेत श्री आनंद सुब्रह्मण्य स्वामिने नमः। एकहारती दीपं संदर्शयामि। ओं अमृते अमृतोद्भवे अमृतवर्षिणी अमृतं श्रावय श्रावय स्वाहा। ओं श्री वल्ली देवसेना समेत श्री आनंद सुब्रह्मण्य स्वामिने नमः। नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। निवेदनानन्तरमाचमनं समर्पयामि। ओं सोमो वा ये तस्य राज्यमादत्ते यो राजासन् राज्यो वा सोमेन यजते देवसुवामेतानि हवीगंषि भवन्ति य एतावन्तो वै देवानागं सवाः तयेवास्मै सवान् प्रयच्छन्ति तयेनं पुनः सुवन्ते राज्याय देवसूराजा भवति। ओं उमाकोमलहस्ताब्जसम्भावितललाटकं हिरण्यकुण्डलं वन्दे कुमारं पुष्करस्रजं श्री वल्ली देवसेना समेत श्री आनंद सुब्रह्मण्य स्वामिने नमः। सुब्रह्मण्यों सुब्रह्मण्यों सुब्रह्मण्यों। कृतान्तस्य जूतेषु चण्डेषु कोपादहच्छिन्दी भिन्दीति मां तर्जयत्सु मयूरं समारुह्य मा भैरित्वं पुरः शक्तिपाणिं ममायाहि शीघ्रम्।
சிந்தூரம் குங்குமம் செவ்வானம் அவ்வானம் திகழவர் கதிரின் உதயம் தேசுமிகு மாணிக்க திருஏறு கமலம் அச்செங்கமலம் அஞ்சு பவளம் மந்தாரம் மழை நாளில் வரும் இந்திர கோபம் அவண்டூரு மலையின் அரவம் மான்மதம் செங்குருதி போல் மலரும் மாதுளம் மாதுளம் சிதறும் முத்தம் செந்தீயின் வண்ணமெனவே சொல்லும் மேனேம் செப்பரிய அழகு வடிவும் சிங்காதனத்திலும் சிவனார் மனத்திலும் சீர்கொண்டு இலங்கும் எனினும் ஈண்டாய் நின் பேர் சொல்லும் ஏழையே அறிவிலும் என்றென்றும் திகழ அருள்வாய் இறைவியனை ஆண்டருளும் நித்திய நித்தீஸ்வரி நித்திய புரி வாழும் உமையே நோக்கும் திசை தோறும் நூபுறத்தாள்களும் நூல் போல் ஒசிந்த இடையும் நொடித்தோறும் நொடித்தோறும் புதிதான எழில் கொள்ளும் நுவலறிய திருமேனியும் வார்குங்குமக்கச்சு மார்பும் அம்மார்பினில் வாடாத மலர் மாலையும் வைரமோடு நவமணி வயங்கும் மங்கள நாடும் மனம் வீசும் இனிய பொலிவும் காக்கும் கரங்களும் அங்குச பாசம் கரும்புவில் மலர்கள் ஐந்தும் கனிவாயில் மூரலும் கருணை பொழிவிழிகளும் கனகமணி ஒளிரும் முடியும் இருக்கும் சுடர் முகமும் இருவிழி களிப்பயாம் எங்கெங்கும் காண அருள்வாய் இறைவியனை ஆண்டருளும் நித்திய நித்தீஸ்வரி நித்திய புரி வாழும் உமையே இறைவியனை ஆண்டருளும் நித்திய நித்தீஸ்வரி நித்திய புரி வாழும் உமையே சீரார் பெருந்துறையில் சிவயோக நாயகி சிவகாமி தில்லை மன்றில் தென்குமரி பகவதி திருவானை காவினில் திகழும் அகிலாண்டேஸ்வரி காரார் மதிர் கச்சி காமாட்சி அங்கையர் கண்ணி செந்தமிழ் மதுரையில் ஆரார் சிவன் தோலும் தமிழும் விளைபவள் சமயபுரம் அதனில் மாறி தட்டாமல் கடவுரில் பட்டரு கருள் செய்த தையல பிராமவல்லி ஏறார் மழை கண்ணி என்னறிய நின் கோலம் யாவும் எமை ஆள வல்லவோ இறைவியனை ஆண்டருளும் நித்திய நித்தேஸ்வரி நித்திய புரி வாழும் உமையே நித்திய புரி வாழும் உமையே பனி தங்கு நிலவு போல் பால் போல் பளிங்கு போல் பட்டொளி நிறைந்த வடிவம் படிக மணி மாலையும் ஏடும் தரித்து யாழ் பயின்றருளும் நான்கு கரமும் புனிதங்கள் யாவும் பொறுத்த வெண் தாமரை பூமேல் விலங்கு பாதமும் பொழுதெல்லாம் என்னும் என் பழுதெல்லாம் போக்கினர் புலமை தர வேண்டும் அம்மா கனி தந்து மலர் தந்து கவி தந்து தொழுவோக்கு கண் தந்து காக்கும் அரசே கலைஞான மகள் என்ற நிலையான புகழ் கொண்ட கருணை மயமான பொருளே இனி தங்கு தடையின்றி யான் பாட நீ கேட்க இதயம் கனிந்தருள்வாய் இறைவியனை ஆண்டருளும் நித்திய நித்தீஸ்வரி நித்திய புரி வாழும் உமையே இறைவியனை ஆண்டருளும் நித்திய நித்தீஸ்வரி நித்திய புரி வாழும் உமையே மாதவன் ஸ்ரீதரன் மதுசூதனன் துளசி மாலை மார்பன் கேசவன் வைகுந்தன் அச்சுதன் மலை மேலும் வாழ்கின்ற மறைநாயகன் தாதவிதழ் மலர் கூந்தல் ஜானகி மணவாளன் ஜனர்தனன் தேவதேவன் சாரங்கன் நாரணன் தாமோதரன் கோதை தலைவன் ஆழ்வார்கள் நேசன் மேதினி அலந்தகிரி விக்ரமன் திருமகள் விழைகின்ற பதுமநாபன் வேறு வேறான பெயர் நூறு நூறாய் விரியும் மேகவண்ணன் தங்கையே ஈதன வரைந்து யாம் போதுதற்கரியனின் இசை பாட மொழி ஏது கான் இறைவியனை ஆண்டருளும் நித்திய நித்தீஸ்வரி நித்திய புரி வாழும் உமையே இறைவியனை ஆண்டருளும் நித்திய நித்தீஸ்வரி நித்திய புரி வாழும் உமையே வன்னி மண்டல வாசினி மானவதி யோகினி மனாதீத நாயகி வாகினி மனமோகினி
देश्वर परमशिव समारंभाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि पराशक्ति मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्य पर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरु परम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and blessing. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, samajis, satsangis, Sri Mahants, Mahants, Tanedar, Kotari, visitors, viewers, Sarvanyapita Kartas, Yajamans, manifestors, Sarvaparityagi, Sri Mahants, Mahants, everyone sitting with us all over the world. Kailasas, ministers, ambassadors, diplomats, e-diplomats, citizens, consulate general, supporters, Mantreshwaras, Vidyeshwaras, Ganeshwaras, Lokeshwaras, Atreshwaras. I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. Paramashiva's message directly from Kailasa. Listen. Greater signs of Paramashiva, life, existence, reality can be realized with a greater ability to visualize. Paramashiva Dhyana, visualizing Paramashiva's form with 25 heads, 50 hands, 75 eyes, is a powerful method to evolve greater visualization possibility in you, which will make you understand the greater signs of life and greater involvement with life. Listen intensely, step by step. When you have greater possibility of visualization, your involvement with life will be more courageous. You will trust yourself, you will believe yourself, you will have so much strength, not fears. Fear makes you a reluctant beloved, reluctant husband, reluctant wife, reluctant businessman, reluctant warrior, reluctant teacher. A lower ability of visualizing invokes greater fears in you due to your lower visualization level, more fears, more unknown. Because there is more unknown, more fears, less involvement. You become a reluctantly involved in everything, and that creates more fear. It becomes a vicious circle. More fears, less involvement. Less involvement, more reluctance. More reluctance, more fear. And more fear feeds into less involvement. Less involvement, then more reluctance. More reluctance, more fears. Just more and more and more this vicious circle puts a man into delusion, breaks his body, mind, finally. There is no actually finally, it is just deluded existence. Greater possibility to visualize changes the whole game. That is a tipping point. When you have a greater possibility of visualizing, less fears, more involvement, whether in your business, in your career, in your health, in your relationships, in your power manifestation science, in your enlightenment, in everything you do, greater involvement. Greater involvement means greater revelations about the greater science of life. When you understand the greater science of life, greater courage, more possibility, more fearlessness, more joy, more bliss, less shit. Understand? One of the greatest suffering Hindus went through and going through is they have become reluctant warriors, not only in any wars against Hinduism, even in the life. Biggest crime done to Hindus is their spiritual science, the greater science of life, is separated from Hinduism and lifestyle of Hindus. When the anti-Hindus, invaders, attacked Hindu nations and attacked Hindus, the first thing they did, they separated the greater science, the spiritual knowledge of Hinduism from Hindus. Stupid Hindus. Started denying their own great ancestral heritage, the greater science Hinduism, in the name of myth, false, lies, all these cheap words attributed to the Hinduism's greater science was swallowed by Hindus. That is the worst thing. Hindus are brainwashed against Hinduism. People tell me, how do we know we are brainwashed? Do you know there are people who killed more number of, there are kings, autocrats, killed more number of people than Adolf Hitler. But you guys don't know about them. You guys don't know about it. More number of Hindus are killed by more number of kings and autocrats, anti-Hindu, demonic rulers than Adolf Hitler. But you don't know, history doesn't tell you about it. and you still think you are not brainwashed. I can give with historical evidences. The kings, autocrats, demons, demonic rulers, I don't even want to call them kings, demonic rulers, who killed more number of Hindus than the Hitler. How many number of people Hitler killed? How many Jews Hitler killed? More number of Hindus were killed by many demonic rulers. We have enough historical evidences, references. But all this neither taught to Hindus nor told to the world. And the stupid Hindus are still thinking they are not brainwashed. Whether it is knowing about the Hinduism, history of Hinduism, or the knowledge, the spiritual knowledge, the greater science of Hinduism, Hindus have become reluctant livers. I am searching for a better word. Even in their breathing, they become reluctant breathers, reluctant husbands, reluctant wives, reluctant in family, in business, everything. The conscious stamina of the consciousness drastically shoots up, increases with your ability to visualize. When you take up a business, if you are able to visualize Paramashiva with 25 heads, 75 eyes, 50 hands, if your inner space has that visualization capacity, when you take up a business, you will have a deep visualization, greater involvement, less fear, less unknown. Even when you know how many things are unknown, they become known. Listen carefully. If you know how many things are unknown, they become known to you. Intensely understand. Work continuously to increase your ability to visualize. Once you start working on your ability to visualize, that leads to more and more involvement. You get more and more courage, joy, strength to live. That leads to more ability to visualize. It becomes virtuous circle. That is why I insist on everyday Nitya Puja. Nitya Puja is nothing but teaching you the ability of greater visualization, making you manifest the power of greater visualization. The ability of greater visualization and ability to understand this greater science is the power of third eye. Divyam dadami te chakshu. Krishna says in Gita that Divya chakshu is the ability to have greater visualization and ability to get involved in the greater science. I tell you, Hinduism did not have the concept of divorce because when you get into the relationship, you have the greater ability to visualize the flow of the relationship. That makes you understand the good, bad, plus, minus, risks, benefits. Only with that clarity you get involved. So naturally, you are no more a reluctant beloved, reluctant wife, reluctant husband. No. You are husband, you are wife. Padi, Patni. The word Padi and Patni can never be translated as husband and wife. No, too cheap. Padi, Patni. What a word in Sanskrit. The word Naga can never be translated as a naked sadhus or nudist. No. Nagas are in the state of nirvana, not naked. Same way, the word Padi and Patni can never be translated as husband and wife. Understand? Reluctant husband, reluctant wife needs the system of divorce in the institution called marriage. In Hindu tradition, reluctance is exemption, not a rule. So we never had this divorce as a lifestyle. I tell you, Hinduism will be revived just if the Hindus start developing their greater ability of greater visualization. See, Hinduism cannot be spread or sustained by terrorism or by conversion. Hinduism is actually a greater science. How can you spread science through terrorism and conversion? No. Fanatic ideas can be spread by terrorism and withheld by conversion tactics. Hinduism is neither fanatic ideas nor crude land grabbing, nation grabbing ideas. No. It's a greater science. It can be spread only by people with higher ability, greater visualization possibility. Hindus need to know their spiritual knowledge is a greater science, and if they start living and enjoying it in their life, that is enough. They will no more be reluctant husband, reluctant wife, reluctant businessman, reluctant liar, reluctant engineer, reluctant CEO, reluctant warrior. No. Reluctance will disappear in every level. I can see very clearly everywhere the Hindus failed because of their reluctance. Wherever they retained their greater science, ability for greater visualization, they succeeded. I can see very clearly. Wherever they retained their ability, whoever retained, wherever retained their ability of the greater visualization and the greater science called Hinduism. I should say, how many religions try to brand themselves, equate themselves to peace or service. So many different brands each religions try to build for themselves. For Hinduism, you don't need to build any brand. The simple equivalent word for Hinduism is greater science. That's it. Greater science about everything. Cosmos, consciousness, mind, body, world, animals, geography, history, chemistry, biology, physics, social justice system, politics, in every level. Hinduism is simply pure greater science. Greater science is the equivalent word for Hinduism. Wherever Hindus retained their spiritual knowledge, the greater science, they succeeded. Just the top CEOs of the top 100 companies. Just do Googling, top 100 companies in the world. CEOs are the people who are in the top position. Top 100 terrorist organizations. See both the list. Simply you will understand Hinduism is a greater science. Just a simple Google analysis. Top 100 contributing individuals to the world. Top 100 terrorists. You will simply know. Hinduism is the religion of greater science. Extremely contributing greater science, and wherever Hindus lost the greater science, they become reluctant. Wherever they did not lose this greater science, they won the life. They are winning the life. See, many places Hindus won. We are the richest ethnic community wherever we go. Whether it's a UK, European countries, or USA, Canada, any nation in the world where Hindu diaspora has settled. We are the richest ethnic minority, lowest crime rate, lowest drug abuse, lowest divorce, lowest mental issues, lowest psychiatric problems, lowest health issues. Of course, whoever follows the Hindu diet. So listen, Hinduism is absolutely greater science. Wherever we followed it, we won the game. Wherever we did not, we lost the game. Listen. Sorry for the technical glitch. Listen. If you are able to see me, hear me, please wave your hands. Listen. I'll give you conclusions. First, greater visualization capacity raises your involvement with life, reduces fears about life, reluctance about the unknowns of life. When you have more involvement in life, it naturally manifests as greater health, greater wealth, greater mental quality, greater ability to visualize, greater ability to involve in relationships, greater ability to build your career, greater ability to build your possibilities, greater ability to manifest powers, greater ability to get enlightened. In every level, the greater signs manifest in your life, the greater possibilities manifest in your life, greater possibilities are greater powers. Listen carefully. Life is all about you manifesting the greater signs in your life. Hinduism is greater signs. The first lesson in Hinduism is morning puja. Understand? Puja is the best non-risky, listen carefully. Let me repeat. Puja is the best non-risky, means no risk, volunteer, happy methodology to manifest greater visualization. Listen, morning, when you sit, visualize Paramashiva is sitting in front of you beautifully with a smiling face. Oh my daughter, oh my son. And beautifully with 25 heads, 75 eyes, 50 hands, with Parashakti in the lap. And Swamiji is sitting at the feet as an incarnation, embodiment of Parashakti and Paramashiva. Smiling. You manifest this visualization and start offering the puja. Asanam samarpayami, bhadyam samarpayami. Maybe after a few seconds that visualization will melt down, but don't worry. Again visualize and do it. In this whole process, it may take, if you are not enjoying being with yourself, you will finish it quickly in 3-4 minutes. If you start enjoying being with yourself, it will go even up to 2-3 hours. I tell you, this is the best thing you can do in your life to raise, shoot up your greater possibility for greater visualization and manifest the greater signs in your life. Cheats are those who brainwash you that deity worship is wrong or not necessary. Both are criminals. Who say deity worship is wrong, anti-Hindu gang. There is a neo-Hindu gang, these bulls bully people telling, oh, deity worship is not required. That is cheap level, low level. Listen. Deity worship is not deity worship, it is God worship done through deity. God worship done through deity. Blessed are those who have seen me doing puja physically, people who lived around me had the fortune. How I do puja, talk to every deity. The best time to be around me is when I am doing puja. I tell you, the neo-Hindu gang which tells you puja is not necessary are bulls bullying you. Be fellows. Anti-Hindu gang, Hindu enemies, Hindu phobia fellows, Hindu phobic fellows who have Hindu phobia, who say deity worship is wrong, be fellows. For this Hindu enemy gang, when I use the word be fellows, I am not saying bull, that 4-letter word. No. For them, the be. So I think that word is 7-letter. Seven-letter B word. The fellows who tell you deity worship is wrong, the fellows who tell you deity worship is not necessary are destroying your life. Every human being, deity worship should be more important and more compulsory than your morning breakfast. Puja before breakfast. Puja before you break your fast. I tell you, it just shoots up your ability to be with yourself. Hey, all your vacation, what is your vacation? You are trying to be with yourself. If you know how to be with yourself, that's the best vacation. I wanted to make this as a next point for voting. Is puja necessary or not? This should be the next debate. I wanted, along with the 6 points yesterday I introduced, add this point also. Let's start doing Vakyartha Sadas, Jivartha Sadas, voting. Let there be discussion about this puja. Please understand, see, you are all the people whom I really love. Each one of you. Each one of you. Whether you are in two-way video conferencing, whom I can see, or you are seeing me through live channels, but even then I can see you. You may not believe, but I can see you. Anyhow, whether you are sitting in two-way with me or one way, Only because I love you, you are able to attend to this satsang. Otherwise, I have enough mechanism to make you hate me. You can't. Only if I love you, I let you love me. Because loving me is a greater affair in the life. It's an affair with cosmos. Romance with cosmos. I am not cheap. I am not easily available for all. I am luxury. Only if you are consciously rich, I am available for you. I don't ask for your money, but only for the people who are consciously rich, I am available. Listen. Only if I love you, I let you love me. So be very clear. If you are allowed to love me, it means I am making the statement to you, I love you. I tell you sincerely, do puja every day. The time you can decide. That's your freedom. You can do it in 2 minutes or 2 hours. It's up to you. I myself have done many days 2 minutes puja. When I used to wander, moving from place to place, I used to walk and beg, eat and sleep under the trees during those days. Sometimes I will not even have a deity with me in my hand. So after bath, I'll put the 1 drop of water in my hand. Jalalingam stapayami means that 1 drop of water is the linga. And then I'll offer all the puja and put that drop of water, that jalalingam, on my head and complete the puja. So even if it is 2 minutes, start the habit of Nitya Puja. Then you will start building the stamina of consciousness, ability to visualize. Bhava Shakti is stamina of consciousness. Listen, if you have heavy muscles, even if you don't work out, those muscles will burn the calories. Same way, if you develop the conscious stamina, ability to visualize, any attack happens in your life, that your ability to visualize will swallow it, digest it, clear it. You will not have any suffering. Person with the ability to visualize can swallow any amount of suffering. He will not be disturbed, perturbed. Bees are those. B, 7-letter word. B, 7-letter word. Bees, bee fellows are those who tell you deity worship is wrong and deity worship is not needed. I tell you, just make deity worship as part of your early morning. Your whole life will be amazing. It's a greater science. I can prove every statement I am making today. Wherever Hindus retained their greater science, Hinduism, as part of their life, they succeeded. Whoever, wherever they retained. See, some Hindus retained their greater science, Hinduism, in the level of commitments, in relationship, integrity. They succeeded in that level. But they did not retain their greater science to protect Hinduism. They failed. So, in any field, anyone retained the greater science Hinduism, won the life, succeeded, contributed to themselves and to the world. Yoga builds muscles which burns the calories even while you sleep. Puja builds conscious stamina, burns all your depression, suffering, all problems even without you doing anything. Understand? If you build muscles through yoga, that muscles burns the calories even when you are not working out, doing anything. Same way, if you build conscious stamina through visualization, all your suffering, all your pains, anything comes in the life just gets burnt, and you will never be affected, attacked, depressed, destroyed, collapsed. If I can revive and make all the born and practicing living Hindus do puja every morning, I'll feel that I have done a great contribution to the world. I'll feel job satisfaction. Because puja is Bhava Samadhi, Bhava Shakti, ability to visualize the greater possibilities is greatest conscious muscles, conscious stamina a person can build in the life. You will not be shaken. You will not collapse. You will not lose your samaschitta. You will not lose yourself at any situation in life. You will start trusting you, believing in yourself. Strength, Atma Bala, will happen in you, will just shoot up in you with your ability to do puja. Every morning visualizing Paramashiva and Kailasa and offering. Even if you don't have anything, you can offer everything in your bhava. In bhava itself offer Sarvopachara pujan samarpayami, Subhakarana naivedyam samarpayami. You can offer. Your ability to visualize makes you involved with life. That makes the greater possibilities happen for you, open for you. And when the greater possibilities open for you, greater powers open for you. All my disciples, understand? Whenever I say something, especially when I say, I love you, automatically your smile becomes wide. You are my beloved. You are my papa, my boy. Listen. Make this as a habit. Have Atmalinga in your body. Before drinking any juice, eating any food, it can be anything, don't worry. Take out that Atmalinga and show that to him. Please eat. And then eat or drink. It will not take more than 3 seconds. It will build ability to visualize in you continuously. Same way, night when you fall asleep, keep the Atmalinga under the pillow and fall asleep at the lap of Paramashiva. Make this as a lifestyle. The ability to visualize, ability to larger visualization. I tell you, when you visualize Paramashiva with 25 heads, 75 eyes, 50 hands, your consciousness becomes ferocious. And that ability to visualize, you will get involved in everything deeply. You will not be a reluctant warrior. Reluctant warriors are impotent. B7. Involved people are the most delicious, most sweet, most beautiful, most juiciest beings of planet Earth. Let's start Jivartha Sadas, Vakyartha Sadas, voting on all the truths today I revealed. Let the think tank of Hinduism start working, functioning to revive Hinduism. So with this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam, the state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and Kailasa of Paramashiva. Paramashivoham, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, the eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
श्रीकैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्तश्यामलापीठारूढ श्रीमीनाक्षिसुन्दरेश्वरा भिन्नस्वरूप परशिवपुत्ररत्न कुमार गुरुमण्यतुल्यावतार श्रीपार्वतीस्तन्यपानलब्धदिव्यज्ञान विश्रुतसकलनिगमागमसारभूतद्राविडवेदप्रवक्त्रे श्रीमत्परमशिवकरुणासमधिगतमुक्तामयचतुरश्रयान गीयमानछत्रचामर श्रीचिह्नकाहलादिसमस्तबिरदावल्यलङ्कृत ज्ञानविज्ञानचक्रवर्ती सर्वजनसङ्घसद्यो निर्वाणदीक्षाव्ययापवर्गवर्ष विश्राण जीमूत परमतकलभकेसरी शैवसिद्धान्तस्थापनाचार्य श्रीराजाधिराजपाण्ड्यमहाराजगुरु
क्षपणशाक्यादिमहान्धकारनिवारणज्ञानभानु वीक्षणानर्हार्हध्वजोच्छेदनपूर्वक श्रीमद्वृषभध्वजस्थापक दैव समयकर्त्रे सर्वज्ञपीठारूढ श्रीजगद्गुरु श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्धदेशिक स्वामि वागीशसुन्दरमाणिक्यवाचक स्वामिनाम् अवतारभूत श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्ध स्वामि पुनरुद्धृत श्यामलापीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रिनवत्युत्तरद्विशततम गुरुमहासन्निधान अरुणगिरियोगीश्वर परम्परागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञपीठ गुरुमहासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत काञ्ची कैलास सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तरद्विशततम गुरुमहासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्यमङ्गल नित्यकल्याण नित्यरजित कैलास परम्परागत आदिकैलास नित्यानन्दपीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासनपीठकर्तः साक्षात् श्रीपरमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परम्परागत वैवस्वतमनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चन्द्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचन्द्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ति परम्परागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मण्डित चतुष्षष्टि सम्प्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्मशासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञपीठ सुराङ्गी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूडामणे साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणिपीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामण्डलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव सिंहासनाभिषिक्त समस्त गणनायक श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्ग पुरस्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ जगद्गुरो श्रीकैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्रीकैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत्परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानन्द प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमज्जगद्गुरु श्रीलश्री भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिन् अत्रागत्य परिपाल्य च अस्मान् विज्ञान वितरणेन विजयी भव जय जय
नित्यानंद परमशिवोहम् ॐ 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. What I mean by the word e-Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is e-Kailasa. What I mean by the word e-Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is e-Kailasa.
Nithyanandam, welcome once again to all the viewers, and what an amazing satsang, as always, by His Divine Holiness. So many powerful cognitions, and I'm sure you appreciate every day receiving the powerful cognitions and allowing us to learn more about the importance of Hinduism and the importance of so many aspects, and giving us all the context for practicing, protecting, reviving, and bringing to life this amazing science and standing for it. So, as His Divine Holiness, our beloved Swamiji, announced yesterday and today, you can now cast your vote. The new voting has started, and you can see on the screen, you can log on to tinyurl.com/Hindu. And today the Kailasa Parliament is started conducting the voting where Hindus can get to decide for Hinduism. And all we are asking, all you need to fill is your name, which you can see on the screen, country you're from. You can also add the information of whether you are born practicing Hindus or both or none of them, adding your contact details, your email address, of course. And the questions we are asking you for this time is, do you want Hindu temples to be run by the government? Should Hindu temples' authority be given back to the priests? Should Hindu temples reclaim their properties? Should caste system based on Jati Varna be brought back? Should Hindus stop calling themselves as seculars? Should Hindus stop conversion? And the last that His Divine Holiness announced today is puja necessary. And I'm sure you've got many reasons to know the answers for the last one. And I'm sure many of you who are already practicing Hindus or been born but have been practicing maybe and stopped for some time, having a reasons to start this amazing ritual that brings the higher visualizations and ability and expands our lives. So once again, we invite you very warmly to cast your vote, have your say and a choice how you want your life to be, and which will affect the planet Earth itself. And we invite you for tomorrow's satsang, live satsang again. Thank you so much and be blissful. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tatsat. Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam Parukar Pranamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Nithyanandam.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.